Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daryl and this is Future Proof. In this channel, I teach you guys how to invest into cryptocurrencies, how to save your buying power, and how to be profitable. And obviously, as you can tell from a lot of my videos, every point that I have mentioned in the past have already done over 100% gains. Since I mentioned them, some are still pumping. And in this video, guys, I have such good news for you guys because altcoin season is coming. And if you're excited to understand why I know for a fact that altcoin season is underway, I highly recommend you watch this video till the end. I will walk you guys through everything that is showing me these indicators that the crypto market has actually only begun to pump, and there is going to be a lot of profit from here on now. So I highly recommend all of you guys, if you have not before, watch my how to get on Binance tutorial. I highly recommend getting a Binance because Binance is the biggest exchange in the world. And a lot of these coins that I do talk about, this is where you're going to be able to get them. But guys, before I get into all this juicy stuff, I want to show you guys how the market is doing. The total market is up 1%. And obviously we have top winners. Chile's, I don't get involved in this one. That's on Tron. Tron, I'm not a big fan anymore. It's just a pump and dump to me, even though some people might be against that. But I've used to hold Tron in the past, and Justin Sun, he just does too many sketchy things for me now. But guys, so one of the coins that we're going to talk about today are also going to be like NFTs, and we're going to talk about the Decentraland. But I'm going to get on that after. Before we do so, we're going to do a little market analysis on Bitcoin and where I see the price going from here on. All right, so Bitcoin, guys, is a G, and it's still holding like a G, and Bitcoin is just Bitcoin, and it's strong. It's showing its strength, it's showing its power, it's showing that people still feel that Bitcoin is undervalued at $50,000, which is insane. And the thing to keep in mind with Bitcoin right now is another ETF with Galaxy Digital just went through in Canada, while the United States is being left behind. But guess what? The United States doesn't like to be left behind, so there's currently 3 ETF that's being proposed in the United States, and some banks are now pushing for that ETF to go through because it's going to make them easier for them to get exposure to digital currencies through ETFs, and also paying less of a premium. Therefore, we will wait for that, and I do think that there's blue skies ahead in terms of an ETF getting passed this year in the United States. So this is something very important that you can keep in mind. Once this ETF is passed, it's going to raise the water level. So it's like the ocean, and it's just gonna we might never see certain price points for Bitcoin once that happens because of the institutional inflow of money that is going to enter this market. So one thing I want to show you guys is this trend line, how it's been such a huge support for us, and now we literally hit to this support line bounce, formed a quick double bottom here, which is very bullish. And guys, I do see Bitcoin about to take off, and we're just facing resistance here. But once we fully break out of this, and you can see we're just struggling now, but once we fully break out of this, we will see Bitcoin pump very quickly. I am actually expecting a new all-time high for Bitcoin sometime this week. The timing is not extremely accurate on that, but I do believe sometime this week we will see a new Bitcoin all-time high. You have to keep in mind there's the Senate just passed a $1.9 trillion stimulus check, so we need to also assume that similar to what happened last time, such a package was passed, a lot of people literally took their stimulus money and put it straight into Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that was the smartest move they ever did because that stimulus check became way more valuable by doing so. So we can only assume that something similar may happen this time around. I want to show you guys on this other, I have different indicators on here to look at the price of Bitcoin. We are not overbought yet. We are still the MACD cross is still confirmed, guys. Bitcoin is looking very bullish. Ethereum, guys, I need to touch on because something extremely huge happened with Ethereum that a lot of you may not be aware of. Is there's a new update happening on Ethereum, and this is why Ethereum is taking off. And actually, right now, you can see a difference that it's no longer Bitcoin leading, it's Ethereum about to lead this current pump. And of course, like I already told my Patreon that we needed to break out of certain levels for Ethereum to fully take off, and we have Ethereum is going to pump, and it's looking great. We have also a double bottom here. We might see a little bit of resistance once we hit this trend line, but I do expect that once we break that, our next level of resistance being over 2200, and once we break that, Ethereum to the moon. So I'm really excited for that because once Ethereum pops, it's going to take the entire market with it. And I'm really, like, guys, like, I'm loving my Patreon group right now. Yesterday or the other day, we had a call and had over 15 to 20 people join that call, and we talked for over an hour where I discussed with them everything that I'm expecting in this market, and I showed them some very valuable technicals. And right now, all my Patreons are in profit, huge profit, because we were buying this dip while people were panic selling. And I think one of the most valuable thing that my patrons are getting out of this group is it's good to have like a mentory person to kind of like explain to you, like, sometimes you need to hear, like, when you're panicking, you need to hear someone to like basically help you understand that this is not panicking time. And in the beginning of my time in cryptocurrencies, that's something I wish I had, which is why I'm doing this now to help others that are just getting started, because it's good to have someone that tells you what you sometimes might not want to hear, but that you need to hear. And we strategize. We get on calls twice a week, and we strategize on how to profit. So we've been laying our eggs, guys. The whole thing about crypto, you have to lay your eggs and wait for them to hatch. And right now, me and my Patreons, we have our eggs laid out. So that's good to know. All right, so one of the most important things I need to talk to you guys about in this video is that to show you guys some of the signs that are showing me that altcoins are about to perform extremely well. And not only that, is that they're about to make insane gains. So here, this is the chart of others. This is all of the altcoins against Bitcoin. So as you can see, we've been in this chart, we've been in this huge triangle, and we've just been in this for about 2 years, guys. Well, more than 2 years, since 2017. So when this occurred here, when we bounced up and we pumped here, this was alt season. Okay, this was alt season, and I'll show you the opposite of that. But what I want to show you guys, and I want you guys to focus on real quick, is while we were in this, we were consolidating majorly. And what we notice here, so if you're wondering, hey, why are altcoins been pumping the past few months? And this is why. It's because the dominance of these altcoins against Bitcoin have been outperforming Bitcoin in many ways, and this has been very beneficial for us. And so what I told you guys in some of my past videos here is that I thought that there was a potential that once these were pumping and it would hit the top of that triangle, that we would have been going back down for, at least for a correction. So there is a possibility that we hit this here and then go back down here, do something like this, and then take off altcoin season. But as you can see, that didn't happen. We didn't even go back. We did have a confirmation of the breakout, which is here, where we actually just went over it. We came back and touched it, went over and came back and touched it. And you can see right now there's a lot of volatility in these altcoins. But what I'm saying is we actually broke out of this and we're going up to the upside. And I want to bring up the Bitcoin dominance so you guys can understand this on the opposite side of things. So on the Bitcoin dominance chart on the weekly view, you can see here, so when this occurred here, this was when we had altcoin season. So if you don't know about altcoin season, this is what I've been teaching you guys to be prepared for. Because when Bitcoin lost about 60% of its dominance, altcoins were exploding. And I'm talking about 10x, 20x, 100x gains. So like they were just outperforming Bitcoin. And if you believe that 100x gain is a myth, then you're not in the right space. And you obviously do not know anything about cryptocurrencies, because 100x is not myth. A lot of altcoins actually did 100x gains. Look into Nano. Nano, which was Rayblock, did 100x gains during that bull run, that alt season, and others did too. We had Neo did over like 20, 50x gains. So these are not myths, they happen. So here I was on the call my Patreon and I was explaining to them this pattern, which is basically this trend line which we had since 2018. That's been basically a support level for Bitcoin dominance, and every time we had touched this, we bounced back off on it. And here you can see something different. We're actually breaking this trend line. So let me zoom in. We're actually breaking this trend line, and we're not bouncing back off. Therefore, that shows me that altcoin dominance is rising and Bitcoin dominance is falling. So what I'm expecting is, if this occurs where this goes down all the way back to here to these levels that we have not seen since January 2018, we will see altcoins fully doing these 120, 50x gains. And but what I want you all to be aware of is to expect a bounce from this level, because what I see potentially happening, and I don't have a crystal ball or anything, I just use my experience and my technical analysis to give me an idea of potential trends in this market, which I highly recommend you guys also educate yourself in doing so. Is what I see is here, there is a potential for Bitcoin to do a massive double bottom. And if this happened, Bitcoin is going to take off and all your altcoins are going to bleed. So this means, so if you're looking at this and the timeline, and you want to have a timeline on when I believe this is going to happen, I believe that altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin all year in 2021, and in 2000, starting like end of November, is going to start taking profits on your altcoin and start accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, because once this take off, your altcoins are going to lose so much of their values that you don't want to be in altcoins when this starts breaking to the upside, because people are going to sell their altcoins and go back into Bitcoin. So this is something to keep in mind. All right. I want to just do one last thing, is I need to show you guys something that I don't want you to miss out on. And the thing that I don't want you to miss out on is this. This is called Mana. Mana is Decentraland. I've been a big fan of Decentraland for a very long time, and I'm going to show you guys why real quick. But if you have seen this movie Ready Player One, you will have an understanding of what Decentraland is trying to accomplish and what they've actually already accomplished. Currently, this is at a 619 million market cap, currently only 46 cents. This you can find on Voyager, you can find on Coinbase, and if you're using Voyager, make sure you use my code DAR79K. That really helps the channel. And so you want to find this on Voyager. And let me show you guys a little bit more of what Decentraland Mana does. So Decentraland is basically a virtual world that is created on the blockchain. And what's astonishing about this platform, guys, is all the possibility that it has to be like the future of how we interact with each other and everything we believe. Guys, this is going to change everything we believe. So you need to understand this. This is going to be one of those NFT giants, all right? Because this is where I want you guys to really pay attention. If I go in the marketplace for Decentraland, you'll see that, one, you can buy NFTs, but what's more important than buying NFTs on this platform is actually buying land, okay? So guys, Atari, which I want to bring you back here. So Atari just partnered with with Decentraland, because they're going to create a crypto casino inside of it. And if you don't know who what Atari is, guys, you guys definitely never played video games. So this is something to keep your eye on. And I want to show you guys that Decentraland, actually, for example, I don't know why this is not fully loading. People are selling land, like virtual land, for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and people are actually buying these virtual lands for some on sale, maybe not on sale. Yeah, for some reason this is not fully like popping up, but I highly recommend that you guys go. There we go. So these are virtual land. So let's say you wanted to buy a virtual land next to this Atari, so that when you're in your own virtual world, you can go and check out you can go and check out that casino and stuff like that, right? You wanna you can buy this land next to it, and these lands are going for like insane amount of prices, and it's all about location. So basically, this is real estate in a virtual world backed by blockchain. So I don't want you guys to sleep on this. This has already pumped a good amount, but it still has a lot more room to go. So, which is why I'm bringing this to your attention now. So in terms of technical analysis, looking at this chart, I don't highly recommend people to go in there, but due to the low supply, the supply is just crossed over 500 million. And if it can at least do a 2x from where it is now, because if we're looking at NFTs, we have Engine, which is sitting at a $1.5 billion market cap, and Decentraland's right here. So these are all going to grow with NFTs, okay? And I highly recommend that you guys take a look on Decentraland, understand it more, watch the movie Ready Player One, so you can see the full potential of this. This is going to be insane. These are going for a lot of money, and this is going to, like, COVID showed us one thing, is that people are trying to escape the real world to enter what's called the virtual world. They want to be virtual. That's why you have virtual reality becoming a huge thing. That's why we're a big fan of TVK, Terra Virtua, because they're focused on NFTs and virtual reality. And it's VR is sick. VR is dope. VR is fun. VR, imagine like you just put on your VR headset and then you go visit your friend that might be on the other side of the world, and you just enter their gallery in this VR world, and then you can talk to them, you can show them your art, they can show you their art. You might see they have an NFT, you like it and you want to buy it. You can just buy it straight on VR and blockchain. So this is really nice. I highly recommend everybody take a look at this, and yeah, and also check out the news. All right, so this is Decentraland, ticker is Mana. All right. And you can find this on multiple exchanges. So this is another gem that I wanted to share with you guys. You saw what happened to when I shared TVK. If you guys bought TVK when I told you about TVK, right now you're in over you're definitely on like a 12x from them. So this is just TVK on Binance, and we also, like my Patreon, we started getting some back in here, and look at this performance. So now TVK is about to explode, guys. TVK is about to explode because we literally broke out of this triangle. We came back to this resistance line, which now turned to support, and now we have a perfect round bottom. So we're going to see a legendary pump from TVK. This was shared. We're buying here again on the Patreon, and obviously we're already in profit because we don't leave these trades to luck. This is not gambling. This is learning the technicals and making the right moves. So this was an easy 55% gains so far from all the new patrons. This is just for the new patrons. Some of the old patrons have been into TVK since back there, way before. So we're going to see a huge pump action. My next target for TVK would be around 88 cents. So from here to 88 cents would probably be like another 30 to 40% gains. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that. All right, guys, this is all that I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing. And guys, I want to say thank you because we hit 900 subscribers, and this is growing super fast, and I'm really happy that you guys are actually getting a lot of value from what I'm sharing. And I think most importantly that a lot of you are profitable. That's why you see the need to subscribe, but I appreciate it, and I want to thank you. If you appreciate this video and appreciate the information that I just shared, you know what to do, and I really appreciate that. Help me grow so I can help you, and that's the way it is. And yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe, and most importantly, future proof.